Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a card making process here for you today using this really adorable little My Favorite Things stamp set called You Make My Heart Melt. And I'm going to be using this stamp and die set to create my little card project today. I'm going to stamp out the little images I'm going to be using from this set with my VersaFine Onyx Black ink using my MFT, which absolutely 100% is the most incredible stamping tool invented. I love it, and I just really love how you can, just make sure that you have a really good solid stamped image using the MFT by putting your stamp down on the one side, closing the window after you've inked it up, and ensuring that you have just a really solid image. Now today I'm going to be using my Polychromos colored pencils to color my little image. I'm going to be coloring this little kitty cat with the same colorings as my son and his girlfriend's cat, and this is going to be a Valentine's card for them. I use a very similar method to Copic coloring with my Polychromos, just by, going in with the lightest color, then the dark, and shading, and back and forth that way, usually just with two different shades of the same color. And then you'll just see me going through that process. I'm just going to kind of draw in this little Calico Kitties patches and color away. So I'm going to put some music on here for you so you can watch. In here somewhere I do show a picture of this cute little kitty in real life, just to show you my little reference photo. So I'm going to put some music on now, and you can watch me color away here. Okay, so now all of that coloring is done. What I'm going to do is take my little paper blending tool, and I'm going to dip that in a little bit of Gamsol, and I'm just going to blend this a little bit. I actually didn't really even have to do this because these Polychromos color pencils just blend so beautifully that you don't actually need the Gamsol, but I just went in and just created a little bit more of smoothness with my colored pencils. And you can just see, I don't even know if you can really tell the difference. Like I said, those Faber-Castell Polychromos are just amazing. Now I'm going to just take a little bit of Post-it tape and make a little division between where my grassy area is going to be and my sky. I'm going to be using, or I've just used here, some Distress Oxide Cracked Pistachio ink. And on the top for the sky, I'm going to use the Distress Oxide Salty Ocean. And you'll just see me taking my distress tool here and just blending that out, really fading the sky out to barely even any color at all at the top. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping up there later. And so I'm going to activate these distress oxides just by splattering a little bit of water on here, and you'll see me do that. Splatter a little bit of water on and then sop it up with some paper towel, and it just creates a really neat watercolor look in my background. And you can see off to the left there that I have taken the dies and die cut out that little kitty and owl and then the little puddle. The idea here is that the little kitty cat's heart has melted just with the love that the kitty has for that little owl, I suppose. And so now I'm going to just take and stamp out with my Versamark ink that little heart on the top. I'm going to use some Wow embossing powder in Pearl Gold Sparkle just to create a really sparkly stamped out heart on the top there. So I'm just going to heat that. I really love the glitter and shine that adds to the top of this card. I have cut the card front out using a Newton's Nook die called Frames and Flags, and that created that little scalloped edge around the outside edge of my card front. I have stamped, or I actually have die cut that sentiment that I stamped out at the very beginning of the video. I cut that sentiment out using the My Favorite Things Essential Speech Bubbles die. And now I'm just going to take and adhere that card front to my A2 size card base, which is a side folding card. I'm going to stick my little puddle down there, and I'm going to pop my little kitty cat and owl up on some foam adhesive just to bring it up off of the card a little bit. I'm going to finish everything off with my Nouveau glitter pen just to give everything a little bit of sparkle and shine. And I'm also going to use a little bit of gold stickles here and there on my little kitty cat and my owl just to bring that gold accents down to the bottom of the card from the top. So you'll just see I'm adding a little bit of extra dimensional foam adhesive there to the head of that little kitty cat to make sure that head is popped up nicely as well. And I'll just use a little bit of foam adhesive to put that sentiment down as well, that little speech bubble. I love those little speech bubbles. So cute. I will attempt to list all of the products I've used on my blog. I will put a blog link in the description box below so that if you want to check out the different products that I used, you can do that and check that out in that way, guys. I love this little kitty cat and owl image. It's so sweet. And I think my kids will really like this card because that little kitty looks like their cute little kitty whose name is Katie, and she is an adorable little calico kitty. So you can see I'm just putting those little gold stickles on there, and that will pretty much finish up my card. I'm going to use a little bit of glossy accents on the little kitty and owl's eyes as well. That's going to be it for my card. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye-bye.